Hey guys, we're back with more nostalgic 90s commercials. Um, this is the same person in the 80s commercial archive or whatever it's called, volume 318. So, get right into it.
Mr. Wizard's World will be back in less time than it takes to boil water.
One kid's meal right away. Can you make that too? Could you please pass the chicken? Certainly.
Now at Burger King, lickety splits.
Can I have the French toast? My pleasure.
You can collect all four, a new one each week when you buy a kids meal.
Room for a little dessert?
The Burger King Kids Club, just for fun, just for you.
Yeah, I remember the Burger King's kids. I don't remember any of their names though. They were basically created essentially to compete with McDonald's. You know, McDonald's has, Ronald and Grimace and Hamburglar and, all these characters that you all remember. But then, Burger King, who's like the major competitor for McDonald's, really didn't have anything. And of course, because it was the 90s, it's like, oh, well, something to cater to the today's youth. But they were just so not memorable. I think there was one in the wheelchair and his name was Wheels, which is oh, they knew what they were doing. But yeah, I don't remember any. I called the one with the glasses, the cool one. I just called him Cyclops because that's what he reminded me of. I was just expecting him to just like view at any time. So, but yeah, I don't remember any of their names. That's how forgettable they were.
You're watching Nickelodeon, and now back to Mr. Wizard's World.
When slime geyser eruptum, time for news you can use from Nick. Why go to school on Monday? To increase your aptitude in math, science, reading, writing, and thermodynamic chemistry, of course. Just make yourself smarter all day, then come home and get moronic. Moronic, that is, with 5 hours of Looney Tunes. This Monday, go to school and then get more on Nick Monday after school right here.
I love my special cupcakes. Now they have places to go. Let's take cupcakes to the beauty parlor. To a tea party. It's the Cupcake Sundae Vanity. The ice cream sundae hides a vanity inside. A hairdryer, brush, even ribbons. Ready for the tea party cake? Open the tea cake wide. Come to the party inside. Piece of cake, cupcake.
Cupcake Sundae Vanity and Tea Party Cake playsets, each sold separately. Cupcake dolls not included.
It's kid time.
Birds coming down.
America is watching ABC.
Keep on living.
And we'll keep on giving.
You're a part of us, America. America's watching ABC.
More cool TV.
On ABC. And America is watching ABC.
This fall.
To the thousands of special effects already found on Sega Genesis, we add one more. The Sonic Boom. Sonic the Hedgehog, now included when you buy a Genesis system.
Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom. 100 So, fun fact, I had to buy my own Sega when I was a kid. I had to save up all my money. So I didn't know how much it actually was. I just remember that they were like, oh, you want it? You need to save up for it. So Hanukkah, Christmas, birthday, I had to save it all. I didn't know that's how much it actually was. Fuck. Which is insane because what would that be now? Like most of these things are like, even just a Switch is about $300-400. That's like a handheld type thing now. I mean, yeah, you can dock it and play on your TV, but most people take it with them, and that thing's like $300-400. So what would a Sega be like now? But Sonic. I had Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic 3D Blast, Sonic Spinball. I didn't have Sonic and Knuckles when it first came out. I remember the first time I played that was over at a friend's house during their birthday. And we only played it because we were supposed to be outside swimming, but then it started to rain. So then we had to go inside. But he had Sonic and Knuckles. And I remember not too long after that, I think I had a lucid dream about it, that I was playing the game, but I couldn't really see the screen. Like, obviously when you're lucid dreaming, you look at a clock and it's all warped and everything because you don't know what actual time it is because you're asleep. But I remember looking at the screen and it felt like my eyes were all blurry because I couldn't see the screen, which obviously makes sense because I only played like the first part of the first level. So can't really see the game if I don't know what it looks like. But I remember lucid dreaming and playing it and just being mad that I couldn't play because I couldn't see it properly. But yeah. Also, Sonic 3D Blast kind of sucks. Just throwing that out there.
Without hurting my knees. And now it's time for Chocolatey.
No Dino Pebbles cereal.
I remember those and I loved them. I loved them. They were so good. It's not like one of those things we had all the time, but if I remember, they came in like, if I remember, like the normal, like the long packs, and you just take one, but yeah, I remember having those. I miss being. I could just go back to the 90s. I'd be like, I'm like 36 years old. I'd be in the 90s as a 36 years old, drinking that stuff and having my freaking Dunkaroos and everyone would be like, that guy okay? Clearly he didn't have a childhood. No, I want to go back to relive my childhood.
Cereal with marshmallows. Dino's a real rat, dude. No Dino Pebbles cereal. They got his attitude. Marshmallow to Dino's purple, orange, red, green, vanilla flavored cereal. What a team! Marshmallow Dino-licious. Dino, stop licking my face. No Dino Pebbles. Marshmallow Dino-licious. Part of this nutritious. Breakfast place. To the Dino.
Cooling.
When the Slime Geyser erupts, it's time for news you can use from Nick. Monday morning. Yeah, date 9/9/1991. It's a day to fill your brain at school and get moronic after school. Moronic, that is, with more Looney Tunes than you can shake a stick at. Whatever that means. Actually, it means 5 hours of Bugs, Daffy, Porky, Yosemite Sam, and the rest of them after school today.
Ooh, wow, look at this big magical changes. New small little miss, wee little miss. Mine wants to be a ballerina. Now watch her change eyeshadow, lipstick too, ribbons on each ballet shoe. Magical, beautiful. Ooh, wow. My wee little miss is a sleepyhead. She's awake now. Wow. Ooh, wow, wee little miss. Wee little miss dolls change with warm and icy water. You can collect them all, each sold separately, new from Mattel. I want to be on NBC. I want to be on NBC.
And you'll be with Bo Jackson, Wayne Gretzky, and Michael Jordan, the Pro Stars.
Bo knows cartoon.
I want to be on NBC. Be with movie superstar Macaulay Culkin as Wish Kid. Yogi Bear in his all-new Yo Yogi cartoons. And the coolest cats in a litter box from beyond. Saturday mornings this fall. If you want to be with the best cartoons, just say, I want to be on NBC.
Wow. I remember those. Yeah, those were good. I mean, obviously they Cocoa Krispies, so it's Rice Krispies, but chocolate. You know, and it's like, well, you know, do we want Snap Crackle and Pop to be the you know, the face of this one, or do we want to create a cool hip cool new character for these chocolate Cocoa Krispies? So they went with a monkey, a cool hip monkey that, you know, can outsmart even the most wily of animals with his charm and his wit and his reggae singing. I remember those. Those were really, really good. You got all that fun of of Rice Krispies with the Snap, Crackle, and Pop, but with a delicious chocolatey flavor. And it turned your milk chocolate, which was probably the best part. Also, let me know, because I know some people are just demonic in nature, and they put their milk into the bowl before they put the cereal in. Are you one of those demons? You don't put the milk in first. You put the cereal in first, and then you put the milk in. And they say that demons don't walk among us.
Watch me trick Fred out of his Cocoa Pebbles.
What happened, Coco? What's wrong?
I can't keep fighting crime unless I get something super chocolatey.
You need my delicious Cocoa Pebble.
Truly super chocolatey.
Barney, my pebble.
Guess it's time to bolt.
Post Cocoa Pebble cereal, part of this nutritious breakfast. This is the story.
Yeah, I have, you know, Nostalgia Critic kind of brought it up, but if you notice, it's like, whether it be Cocoa Puffs or Trix or Lucky Charms, they always have like the mascot of the box. Like Barney is on the box. It's not just Fred. Why is it so impossible for him to just get a box of fucking Cocoa Pebbles or Fruity Pebbles? Why does he have to go through all these extreme lengths just to get a box? Fred's not the only one on that box. Both him and Barney are. So what is with like cereal companies like, oh yeah, you know that mascot that's on the box, for some reason we're just not going to give them a box. You know, they're going to turn into these psychotic possible you know, people who might go to crazy and unnecessary extents to get the box of cereal that they crave because they're on the box, you know? So why couldn't Barney just get a box of Cocoa Pebbles? Why can't Trix have a box of Trix? Why is, you know, Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but like he's on the box? Why can't they just say, oh hey, you're on the box, here you go?
Story of two houses. 4 years ago, the Taylor house was painted. In the same year, the Baker house had beautiful vinyl siding from Sears installed. Today, the Taylor house is peeling and cracking again. But the Baker house, with vinyl siding from Sears, looks as good as the day it was installed.
If you want to enhance the beauty of your entire home, or if you have a brick home with just hard-to-paint eaves and overhangs, do it right with maintenance-free vinyl siding from Sears.
And do it now, because you can save $500 and make no payments until March 1992 if you act now.
So if you want your home to look fresh and new year after year and enjoy big savings, don't pick up a paintbrush, pick up a phone and call for your free estimate now.
Call 1-800-492-8300 now for your free in-home estimate on Sears installed siding. Save $500 and make no payments until March of 1992. Call 1-800-492-8300.
We made a film for Nickelodeon. And we taught our hands to act. Lights, camera, action. I'm Tiffany and I love dressing and makeup, but I hate dogs. That. I'm Evan and I love Nickelodeon.
My name is Jennifer Lopez. I like tacos and burritos. I remember that. I remember. And people were like, really, John? Did you just pull out the Jennifer Lopez thing with Cartman? Uh-huh.
When the slime geyser erupts, it's time for news you can use from Nick. No school yet in New York City. Not till tomorrow. Public school, anyway. And anyway, whatever school you're at, it can be taken over. Taken over by Clarissa, Mark Summers, Mr. Wizard, and leading the pack, Hulk Hogan, with you women that takes over your school sweepstakes. Look for details on how to enter right here on Nick.
I remember that Nick take over your school thing. I always wanted our school to be taken over by, I mean, hell, I think every kid back in the 90s wanted their school taken over by Nick. It never happened. It never. That's probably why I hate myself so much. But yeah, I remember wanting that. I also wanted to do one of those things, I think it was Nickelodeon, with they let you into like Toys R Us and you got a certain amount of time to grab pretty much whatever the hell you want. Always wanted to do that. That makes me wonder what those kids are up to now. Or not even kids, they're adults now. Do they keep the stuff? Like, do they still have the stuff? Because obviously it was a big event for them. So if they go in there and be like, oh, hey, I got, Super Nintendo. Do they still have that? Even if it doesn't work, do they still have it just for the memory of like, oh yeah, I remember when I got to go through Toys R Us just for like 2-3 minutes and just grab whatever the hell I wanted.
The following message was filmed 2 days before the death of Danny Thomas. It is being aired with his family's permission.
There are some words a child should never learn.
I have rhabdomyosarcoma.
When they did the biopsy, they said it were 99% sure it was osteosarcoma.
I have acute lymphocytic leukemia.
These are the words of children with cancer. They're in a race against time, and even at their age, they know it. There's reason for hope at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, one of the world's foremost centers for research and treatment of childhood diseases.
Hi, I'm Danny Thomas. The valuable work at St. Jude is saving so many lives, and with your help, we can save even more. By contributing just $16 a month, you can become a St. Jude Partner in Hope and help a child through their treatments, or help a parent travel to St. Jude to be with their child. You know, St. Jude has made a remarkable promise to these children and their families. Absolutely no one will be turned away for their inability to pay. So we urgently need your help to keep that promise. So help us with your tax-deductible contribution of just $16 a month. That's only 53 cents a day. As a monthly donor, you'll receive regular updates on the children you'll be helping. Or if you prefer to make a one-time contribution, please give as much as you can. But call this number now. Your contribution is needed immediately.
Everybody needs to keep a positive attitude, because that's basically what brings you through this.
Please help some little one recover before she too has to learn the frightening language of cancer.
Please call this number now. You can even charge your gift and help keep cancer from claiming any more young lives.
Wow. St. Jude's been around a long time. But Danny Thomas, wow, 1912 to 91. Yeah, even now, you still see commercials for St. Jude. I mean, I can't say anything apart from they're doing, I mean, I don't believe in God, but if I did believe, I would say they're doing God's work. So, I mean, I can't really say anything about this group, this organization, except for they're helping a lot of kids that would normally most likely not have a chance because of financial circumstances or whatever the case is. And it's still going strong. I still see St. Jude's commercials all the time. So they're still going pretty strong, and I hope that it just stays that way. So, wow. That's insane.
It seems Wendell has eaten Cinnamon Toast Crunch supplies everywhere.
Except here, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch warehouse.
Irresistible!
Hurry!
blast of cinnamon and sugar.
You just can't resist Cinnamon Toast Crunch, can you?
The crunchy part of this complete breakfast.
See, Wendell? There's enough for everybody.
Even me.
And see, that's what I mean. The guy, it shows him almost like being the one who makes Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And yet, they just, oh, God, Wendell, you have a problem. You have a problem. You need to be admitted somewhere, and you need to face your demons, sir. Because you're going too crazy for the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Well, maybe if you guys gave him a box, he wouldn't be so crazy all the time, now would he? I'm sure him, Trickster Rabbit, the freaking Cocoa Puffs dude, Barney, all of them get together and go bowling on Friday nights and talk about how, hey, you ever notice that we're on the box and yet we can't seem to get a cereal, a box of our own cereal?
Now, on Nickelodeon News Flash, kids are attempting to build time machines so they can race through the week and go straight to Sunday, where they'll find Doug, Rugrats, and Ren and Stimpy, Nickelodeon's new cartoons. Is it worth altering the fabric of reality to see Nickelodeon's new cartoons now? You bet your Bunsen burner it is. Until kid scientists perfect the pursuit of time travel, you'll have to wait for Doug, Rugrats, and Ren and Stimpy, Nicktoons, calculated to arrive every Sunday starting at 10, 9 Central, only on Nickelodeon.
No, you will not find kids inventing a time machine to go straight to Sunday, because what does that mean? They go to school the very next day. Of course, they could just finish Sunday and just keep it Sunday, but that would mean they're watching the same episodes of Doug and Ren and Stimpy and Rugrats over and over and over, or they just skip to the next Sunday when there's like a new episode.
Here's how to play Nickelodeon's Slime Time game. Watch Nickelodeon's O-Zone all this week. The kids we call will call the shots live on national TV. You've got 3 chances to make a match and win a color TV, VCR, Sega Genesis 16-bit video game system, and Sonic the Hedgehog cartridge. Only on Nickelodeon's Slime Time game. All this week in the O-Zone. Brought to you by Sega Genesis and the place where only kids win.
Nickelodeon!
What's Terry's big secret? Whoa! Once Lester finds out, the whole world will know. Don't miss the season premiere of True Colors. Then, the new teacher is a schoolboy's dream.
Could I see you in my classroom first thing in the morning?
And this Sunday...
You wanted to see me, Miss Mason?
Parker, yes. Come in.
Look who's staying after school. What happens next? Find out on Parker Lewis Can't Lose. Right after True Colors, all new episodes Sunday.
Of course, we've got Doug and his and the best boy Pork Chop. I think we all wanted a dog like Pork Chop. Smart, independent, right with you to the very end. Like, he will run back into the house while it's on fire just to make sure you're safe and to get you out. We all need a Pork Chop in our life. I'm hungry.
When the slime geyser erupts, it's time for news you can use from Nick. The Pete's are back. Back to save the summer in their all-new half-hour special, What We Did on Our Summer Vacation. The Pete's, Ellen Hardy, the strongest man in the world, and Michael Stipe of REM and Kate Pearson of the B-52s, too. What We Did on Our Summer Vacation, tonight at 8, 7 Central. I'm Nick at Night.
Hit it!
This fall! America is watching ABC.
Make way for an exciting superhero!
I am Darkwing Duck.
Crime fighting has never been this much fun!
Let's get dangerous.
It's Darkwing Duck! Then, if you dare, there's adventure out there! In a world where dinosaurs rule! Enter the land of the lost! This fall on ABC!
Yogi.
Living in the land of the lost. Not that great of a show, but it's like if I remember, every time they had a chance to find a way back to their time, something always happened. Always. And there was this thing with their mom or something where, like, I think she shows up at, like, she was evil or I can't remember. But I remember every time, like, a portal or something opened up for them to go home, something always happened and they got stuck. But they had, like, that really cool treehouse type thing that they had to build up in, you know, the canopy because of the dinosaurs below. And, yeah. The show may not have been that great, but that intro was amazing. It was amazing.
Bears coming up. I'm smarter than the average bear. Yeah. Next on Nickelodeon.
Introducing the next generation from Nintendo, New Super Mario World, created especially for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. It's a bit more exciting, a bit more challenging, a bit more graphic, a bit more colorful, a bit more realistic, a bit more levels, a bit more secret, a bit more enemies, a bit more friends, a bit more sound, a bit hotter, a bit cooler, a bit weird, a bit more revolutionary, a bit more Mario, a bit more of what you want. It's 16-bit, and it's yours only if you get new Super Nintendo. Now you're playing with power, superpower.
Now you're playing with power. Nintendo power, motherfucker. But Super Mario World. I've told this before. I've told the story, but, like, I was introduced to Super Mario World from my uncle, whose name is Mario. Yes, I have an Uncle Mario. And we would go over to our grandparents' house pretty much every Sunday, and until dinner, he would go upstairs into his room because he lived in the attic. He'd get his Super Nintendo, he'd bring it down, hook it up in his, in a grandparent's room, and we just played Super Mario World. And then after dinner, we would go back and play Super Mario World. And I messaged him on Facebook a few months ago or something, just told him, I was like, hey, yeah, I was just thinking about all the times when we would come over and play Super Mario World, and I just still remember those, and they're just really, really good memories. And he's like, I remember that. But yeah, I have an Uncle Mario, and we would play Super Mario World. I also have a cousin Vinny, so it's
Spent 1,000 hours on my do-re-mis. Multiplied X and Y by 3s, and now it's time for chocolate. I really wanna have a Hershey's Kisses. Now I'm talking chocolate. Even survive my Aunt Louise. I really wanna have a Hershey's Kisses. Now I'm talking chocolate. When you say Hershey's, you're talking chocolate.
So Hershey's syrup is kind of like Parmesan cheese at a restaurant. Tell me when you're done. Tell me when to stop. Did I say stop? That's pretty much what it was like. The more chocolate, the better. And strangely enough, no matter how much you put in, it mixed in fairly well. I mean, you'd still get a little bit there on the bottom, which was like always the best part. It's kind of like a milkshake, with how sometimes the flavor doesn't mix in all the way, but then you get all that really good flavor at the bottom. It was kind of like that. But yeah, the Hershey's syrup was like Parmesan cheese in restaurants. Just tell me when to stop. And then they keep going. It's like, did I say stop? I don't remember please stop coming out of my mouth. Those words were never vocalized, so I didn't tell you to stop. Keep going. But yeah. And then when you're an adult, you just like, done.
We made this film for Nickelodeon. We all did different jobs, and when we put it together, it looked like this.
Wanted, large brown bear, suspected in pie snatching and purloining of picnic baskets. Ranger Smith in hot pursuit. Perpetrator known as Yogi. May meet accomplice called Boo Boo. Be on the lookout
may try to hide out at Nickelodeon.
Yogi's on Nickelodeon. He's smarter than the average bear.
REM's Michael Stipe meets the Peets in their half-hour special tomorrow at 5, 4 Central, only on Nickelodeon.
And that was the moment where he started to lose his religion. But Adventures of Pete and Pete. Also, actually, so the theme song was sung by Polaris. I wonder if it actually has a music video for it. 'Cause I also do those like songs I know and love, but I've never seen the videos for. I don't know if I'm sure it was a song before Pete and Pete, and then just kind of used it for the show. I'll have to check after this. But Pete and Pete, I mean, Pete and Pete.
I'm Hulk Hogan, star of Suburban Commando. This year, when Nick takes over your school, I'll be leading the pack. Stay tuned for more details only on Nickelodeon.
Why are these people so surprised? Because they have no idea they're on television.
You're serious?
You're kidding! The new Candid Camera with Dom DeLuise.
Catch us if we don't catch you first.
We're back, and we're out there. Coming September 16th. Check local listings for time and channel. We're hungry! Play Hungry Hungry Hippos!
Fun, 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 ton, ton, ton. They're hungry, hungry hippos. It's a wild, wild race. Feed your hippos face. They're hungry, hungry hippos.
It's Hungry Hungry Hippos. Whoever gobbles up the most marbles wins.
You better eat fast. That food won't last. They're hungry, hungry hippos. It's fun, 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 ton, ton, ton. They're hungry, hungry hippos.
Hungry Hungry Hippos from Milton Bradley.
We had Hungry Hungry Hippos. I mean, I think most kids probably did. But you found that when you smacked a thing too hard, sometimes it would reach out to try to grab the little marble, but instead of grabbing it, like, knocked it out. I mean, you lose those marbles so easily. Just because sometimes you're doing that and trying to get, it just like knocks them out of the little area, and it's like. And then eventually you notice that there's less and less of them until there's only like one left. It's like, okay, well, whoever gets this one marble wins. It's sudden death here. But it's like you look in the box, you look behind the, wherever your play area is. It's like you're looking in the box, you're looking behind the couch, you're looking in cushions, you're looking in places where you've never actually taken the game just to find these stupid little marbles.
Imagine if you win the Nick Takes Over Your School sweepstakes, everyone will have to be nice to you, like your teachers.
That's not too much homework, is it?
The principal.
Let me drive you to the mall.
Even that bully Dom Spillneck.
Gee, your bike looks a little dirty. Let me just clean it off with my shirt fold.
They'll have to be nice, because if Nick takes over your school, you'll be in charge, and then the slime will fly. To enter, just send a postcard to Nick Takes Over Your School, P.O. Box 4024, Orlando, Florida 32857. Include your name, address, age, telephone number, and name of school. If Nick takes over your school, we'll send Mark Summers, Mr. Wizard, Clarissa, and Hulk Hogan to run the school by your rules. Plus, if you win, every kid in your school wins a Flick Flack alarm clock, and you host a live concert, score a complete Levi's wardrobe, and get $1,000. Win, and it could be so beautiful. Brought to you by Levi's, Honeycomb, LA Gear, and Nickelodeon.
Tell them to do whatever I want. Burn down the school. I never want the school to be here again. Burn it down. Because nothing would seem to be funnier than evacuating every person in that school only to have Clarissa, Hulk Hogan, and these other people set fire to it. No, I wouldn't do that. I don't know. What would I have done? I mean, I remember wanting to send in a postcard, but I don't think I ever did. But what would I have done? I don't know. I mean, especially if it's only for like a day. I mean, do whatever you can think of because it's like, well, tomorrow. But don't like make it too bad because it's like tomorrow, if you do things to teachers, they might have a personal vendetta against you in the future. So, like, everyone, okay, here's homework, but you get extra. Why? You slimed me. I don't appreciate that. I feel like it was a personal attack. So, I don't know. I don't know what I would have done.
Buster, you're late for school! It's gym day! Buster!
Why walk to school when you can fly?
Now buy 2 pairs of specially marked Buster Brown or Wildcat shoes and get new inline skates for just $15.
Where? Only at Buster Brown.
I had rollerblades. We used rollerblades all the time, especially when my dad moved to the little neighborhood where he went. We'd rollerblade all the time. I mean, if I tried to rollerblade now, I'd probably snap my ankles as soon as I stood up. But I mean, we rollerbladed all the time. Skateboard, stuff like that. I mean, we dabbled in almost everything. Hockey, baseball, soccer. Well, they were more of the soccer. My brothers were more of soccer. I played baseball. But yeah, we used to rollerblade all the time. But yeah, if I tried rollerblading now, I'd snap my fucking ankles. Not fun. Not fun getting old, my friends. But there we go. It's the end of the video. Actually, hang on. All right, so I looked up Polaris. Here's Polaris and their song live. Soundtrack type thing, and from the show. Probably just stuff from the show, like clips from the show. Yeah, I don't think there actually is a music video for it. Let's see.
Hey, I'm Matt. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Sandy. Does your dog bite?
Hey, smiley face. Hey, y'all looking half a lead range. I can't say let's see it, man.
Wow. 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 That. Wow. Obviously, they're older. But yeah, that's wow. That song, that freaking song. The same thing. Like Pete and Pete was great, but it was like really that theme song that really pumped you for it. It's like, hey, dude, the show sucked, but that theme song was amazing. I'll probably have to watch a lot of the. I'll probably be my own little video in itself, watching all those old, theme songs for all those shows. Pete and Pete and Hey Dude, Salute Your Shorts, Wild and the Crazy Kids, Closer Explains Are All, Keenan and Kel, all that. Are You Afraid of the Dark? Wow. Roundhouse. You guys remember Roundhouse? Yeah, I bet you don't. I just reminded you. That's how old I am. Anyway, but that comes the end of our journey this time. It was at 308, volume 318. But, I miss the 90s. But, yeah, let me know what you guys think. Your thoughts about the 90s. What are your most memorable moments from the 90s if you were a kid? Or whether you were a kid or adult, doesn't matter. Most memorable moment of the 90s for you. Let me know below. But that's going to do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.